Good morning and welcome to day 105 northbound on the Appalachian Trail. Well, we started hiking. I haven't even been hiking a mile, and look what we came upon. I don't know if you can see him, but he's a very large rattlesnake. He's right there. He's not moving right now. He's on that log, on the far end of that log, and I had my head down, and then all of a sudden there he was, and we were able to get around him. But yeah, that's an interesting way to start the morning. Woo! Anyway, I hope you're all having a good Thursday, and I hope that's the last rattlesnake I see today, but I will certainly keep my eyes open. Oh, he's starting to move a little bit. Come on, show us your rattle. They're really pretty. Come on, keep going into the sun. There you go. There you go. Well, this one I saw first, and then I heard the rattle. And you see at the end of his tail is his rattle. That white pointy thing. Okay, well, you're a beauty, but I'm glad you didn't bite us. Usually they're very tame if you just go by them and you don't bother them. And we're not going to bother him. Bye. Beautiful view up here. We've only been hiking about 3 miles, but we've been climbing. Climbing. Gorgeous view. So right now the trail is nice and smooth, but pretty much all morning we've been climbing over rocks and boulders, and you've had to really watch your foot placement. So I haven't made as much progress forward as I would have liked today. So I've decided that 17 miles, I don't remember if I said in the beginning of this video what my plans were. I think I was too enamored by the snake. So my original plans were to do 17 miles to get to Bake Oven Knob Shelter or something like that. But I'm going to do 12 instead and stop at the Lookout Hostel. There is a hostel at 12 miles. There was also a campsite there, which I was considering doing, but I just called Yard Sale, who's the woman who owns the Lookout Hostel, and she had a semi-private room. Suggested donation is, I think, $45, so it's very inexpensive. And you know, in this heat, a shower would be nice, and laundry would be nice too, to wash my shirt and whatnot. And I think it would be good for Micah too to end a little bit earlier today. So you know, these are the decisions you have to make as a thru hiker as you go. If you're having a day where you're just not making progress as quickly as you'd like, then you gotta go to plan B, which is no big deal. And I also found out that they will, at this hostel, there's food delivery, and there's also a restaurant close by. So it sounds like a good choice for today. And then I will figure out what I'm going to do in terms of my next few days and the push towards Delaware Water Gap, getting close to New Jersey, which is so exciting. Yeah, so I've got to figure that out. I have a feeling I know what I'm going to do, but again, with the rocks, you know, I could have in my mind that I'm going to do 15, 17 miles and then have all these boulders in front of me. And I actually just bumped into some women that were going southbound, 3 women hiking together, and they said by Palmerton the boulders are really hard and you're going hand over hand. So she said expect to slow down there. So, you know, got to take it one day at a time and see what the trail brings me and then adjust accordingly. No big deal. It's all good. All right, we're gonna find a place to sit down for lunch And I hope you're all having a great Thursday. We're at the Allentown shelter, and we're just going to stop here for a quick lunch. Right, Micah? A little pack break, a little kibble. Micah just drank some water, and then we're going to head on. We only have a few more miles left to get to the hostel. 8, 9, 10, about 4.5 miles. So that will get us there. It's late. It'll get us there around 4, which will be 4:30, which will be just fine. Well, we made it to the Lookout Hostel, and we know why it's called the Lookout Hostel, because it's got a beautiful lookout. But it is on a busy road. But I have a room in the hostel, so I think it'll be quiet. Anyway, I'm gonna go and check in. Yeah, I was gonna do 17 miles today, but the rocks and the boulders at the beginning of the hike really slowed me down. The second part wasn't bad in terms of the terrain. So I decided 12 miles was enough for today, and I feel good about that. All right, it's after 4 anyway. Yeah, so the sun's going down, and at the Lookout Hostel, the bunch of us were there. We ordered Chinese food, and we just kind of sat around the table and ate. That was really nice. And we've decided tomorrow, myself and Rachel and Rod, who I met yesterday, Spot also, who I met yesterday, we're going to actually get dropped off north of here, and then we're going to hike back. I'm on a busy road. And then we're going to hike back to the hostel south. So we're going to go north to south tomorrow, just so we could spend another night here, because we found out that the end, if we were to go north tomorrow, the last part of the hike is very exposed, very rocky, and very hot. And since it's supposed to be 90 degrees tomorrow, we've decided to do that part first. We're going to get picked up at 6:30 and start hiking south and wind up here. And I'm really happy with that plan, because I was concerned about how we were going to do all that. So that's our plan for tomorrow. And there's the little hostel. I'm in the basement in a semi-private room. Well, it's a private room. I can close the door. Yeah, it's totally fine. And then tomorrow night, you should see it's on a very busy road, but I don't hear a thing being downstairs. Tomorrow night, I'm going to move to a bunk because somebody has the semi-private room, which is fine. All right. Well, hope you've all had a great Thursday. Good night from the Lookout Hostel.